What's up, guys? Sauceman MMA. I know this is a late upload, but UFC 228 just wrapped up last weekend. Absolutely crazy card, crazy outcomes were happening left and right. People getting smudged, people getting knocked out. It was insane. I'm actually gonna do things differently this video. I'm gonna go from the main event down the card instead of going from the prelims up because the main event and co-main were so insane. So let's get right into this, guys. Okay, so funny story about this main event actually. Like before I really get into the nitty gritty of this. I actually picked Hamza to win the fight. I put a little YouTube short out on my channel talking about how I think Hamzat's gonna win, but I wasn't 100% sure. I'm like, I think Strickland can win. And before the fight, I don't know what it was. I got this feeling. I'm like Strickland's gonna beat him. I don't know what it was. It was like my Peter tingle. It was like from I really felt like I'm like, dude, Strickland's gonna win. I don't know what it was. It was like it was like some sort of spider, like my UFC spider sense was going off. So I whip out Kalshi and I put some on. I'm not gonna say how much I put. I put some money on Strickland, and it paid off. Like I switched up. I know, so I technically went a 4-1 for this card, which is pretty good. But I mean, this main event, like Sean Strickland has the two craziest upset wins of all time: Israel Adesanya and Hamzat Chimaev. I argue that those two are the biggest upsets, some of the biggest upsets in UFC ever. It was just so crazy in real time, realizing like Sean Strickland just beat Hamzat Chimaev. Like Hamzat just lost. He just lost a fight, and I'm watching it. I'm watching like there's a bunch of people who picked Hamzat on YouTube were saying like, "You think Strickland's just gonna jab and team Hamzat?" That's exactly literally what happened. The first round I was a little nervous, but then Strickland I noticed when he got taken down, he looked surprisingly calm. Like he got taken down and was immediately fighting the hands and stuff and wasn't letting him. He wasn't getting in really bad positions. It was a 10-9 round for Hamza. Then round two, Hamza just gassed out really bad. Like he pulled guard against Strickland. He went for a takedown. Strickland kind of shoved him. And you had told me this a year ago. I thought you were crazy. Sean Strickland got over 3 minutes of control time of Hamza. He was out grappling Hamzat. I'm gonna say it like it is. Imagine telling someone 2 years ago Sean Strickland is gonna out grapple Hamzat Chimaev for the middleweight belt. Round three, Strickland won two. Round four, I thought Strickland lost. Thing Hamzat was actually he landed more, but it was still close. Round five. Now round five, Hamzat started with the takedown, but no damage was done. He had more control time. He just kind of held Strickland against the fence and did nothing. The Strickland got out and proceeded to just jab and teep his face off. I've seen so many idiots online saying it was a robbery. Hamzat should have won. I thought Hamzat won rounds 1 and 4, but Strickland won rounds 2 and 3 clearly, and clearly won round five. But man, it was just so crazy. Strickland just beat Hamzat. That is insane. Like Hamzat literally beat Drickus, the guy who beat Strickland twice, and then Strickland beat Hamzat. It's like the circle with him and Alex and Izzy. Like Izzy beats Alex, Alex beats Strickland, but Strickland destroys Izzy. It's so crazy to me, dude. When I heard Bruce Buffer say "and knew," I like threw my drink on the ground. I'm like, "Let's go!" I grabbed my friend, I picked him up and slammed him on the ground. I don't think he's okay, but I was happy the moment. Okay, but man, it was just after watching this fight, I want to get my American speedo and just run outside and screaming. It was the coolest thing ever. Speaking of the fight, the beef they had, I really thought these two really hate each other. Like the way they were talking to press conferences, they were just screaming slurs at each other the entire time. The press conference was actually amazing too. The only press conference I've actually watched entirely through and been really invested. But I thought these guys hate each other. Before the fight, they dab each other up and they're just pals. And then after the fight, they're giving each other hugs and stuff. It was really wholesome to see. But man, it just Strickland. Hamza couldn't take him down. I really like before the fight. The reason I picked Strickland, I switched up again, is I'm like he's trained Hamza for years. Strickland has really good defensive grappling, and then Hamza has terrible cardio. Strickland has gone 5 rounds multiple times, and he really proved effective. Like Hamza did good round one and gassed out. There's so many people that are saying like, "Oh, Hamza looked off." That's pretty much what he's known for, is it not? Literally doing great first round to get gassing out. And there was an entire round of the fight. I think it was rounds 2 and 3, where it was round three actually. It was entirely on the feet. Hamza actually struck with Sean Strickland and was getting pieced. He was getting jabbed to the face and getting bloodied up. Strickland didn't throw his right hand that much because he actually dislocated his shoulder the week of the fight. But dude, if he'd been throwing his right hand more, he would have been like there would have been way more damage on Strickland's part. This is just insane, dude. Like Hamza going up there striking with Sean Strickland, he couldn't submit him. It was just insane to me. It was so crazy. Strickland is champion again. It's so weird. Hamzat just lost. He got his first loss. He's probably gonna move up to 205 and fight Paulo Costa or something. But dude, shit, this is so weird. Like Sean Strickland is the champ. Like and new Sean Strickland. MMA is so weird, dude. Hamzat just destroys DDP, 10-8s him almost every round. He beats Strickland twice. That first fight was actually I actually scored that first fight for Strickland, but I'm not gonna talk about that in this video. He clearly beat Strickland the second fight though. Then Hamzat goes out there, and then Strickland beats Hamzat. It is just so crazy. This is probably. Is it crazy to say this is one of the biggest, like, top 3 upsets in UFC history? Like this, Strickland's fight against Izzy. I wonder what more he can do to have, like, upset victories. What if he's, like, 38 and fights some up-and-comer then upsets that? Like, that'd be... Dude, like, Strickland is just... in these upset fights, I'm telling you, Underdog Strickland's new mythical fighter. Underdog Strickland and Short Notice Strickland are top 10 mythical fighters. And this happens every time in the fights. Dude, I'll pick someone... But then all the YouTubers will just gaslight me. I'll be seeing videos. I'm like, maybe I don't pick this person, and then I end up being wrong. It's just so stupid. Like, I wanted to pick Gaethje when he fought Patty, but I saw these YouTubers picking Patty, and I got scared and picked him, and then he lost. Like, same with this fight. I wanted to pick Strickland. I'm like, dude, he can do it. If anyone can beat Hamza, it's definitely him. But then I got gassed. But then no, I switched back last minute and picked Strickland. But I'm done getting gassed again. If I want to pick against Gaethje, if I want to pick Gaethje against Taporia, I'm going to stand on my opinion. I'm going to stand on my base, as McGregor says. But it's just insane, dude. Like, Strickland beat Hamzat in 2026. Hamzat lost. His aura's kind of gone. Like, now I feel like even though this fight was only a week ago, I already view Hamzat as, like, he has less aura. Like, he's not just this 15-0 monster who's running through people. He's 15-1, and he has a loss. It's like he's like everybody else who has, like, 3 or 4 losses on the record. It's just insane to me. Joshua Van versus Tyra was interesting because I actually picked Van to beat Pantoja the first time they fought. I was pretty sure of that, but then now I'm even more sure of that because Joshua Van, bro. Like, all the people who are like, paper champ, bro, he's gonna get cooked. Where are those people now, huh? Where are those Joshua Van haters now? That they're like, dude, Joshua Van is good! This is what I've been saying for, like, I picked him to beat Pantoja. And I still think he beats Pantoja. Dude, against Tyra, I'll admit, round 1, I was pretty scared. Josh Van got taken down, but he was defending pretty good. Round 2, he was piecing him up really good. Round 3 had him rocked bad and then tried to submit him. If he had submitted Patriot, I would have lost my mind, dude. I would have gone crazy. Round 4, Tyra had some good shots. Round 5, Van just put on the pressure like never before. Ripping those body shots. And then eventually just hits Tatsuro and knocks him down. The ref stops. I've heard early stoppage being said. But I feel like if there was any point where they could have been stopped, I feel like round 3 where Van was just pounding on Tatsuro. If he kept on ground and pounding, he would have finished him. And Tyra's chin, dude, holy smokes. Like, this is like a prime Max Holloway level chin. He was just eating shots. He just keep walking forward. He's like the blockhead final boss in bedtime MMA terms. It was just a really good fight. One fight of the night, which is great. Joshua Van is like, I think he beats Pantoja. I think he beats pretty much everybody in this division. I think he is really good. Only 24 years old, too, dude. He literally, like, 10 years from now, he's 34, he'd still be fighting in the UFC. And I'm not sure if he's in his prime either. Like, imagine, like, 3 years from now, we start seeing prime Joshua Van. Like, what if Josh Van's not even in his prime? I just love Josh Van so much. He was really unranked 2 years ago. Now he is, with 1 title defense, as champion. It's just so awesome. And they've got to do him versus Pantoja next. I've heard, like, people saying the winner of Horiguchi versus Cap, which, that's a travesty. It's in the Apex, by the way. It should be in, like, a crowd stadium in Japan. If I want to see Van fight someone, I'd say do the Pantoja rematch. Van called him out after the fight. I want to see that fight. Put it on, like UFC 332 or something. Maybe something like a late pay-per-view in the year. But yeah, Josh Van showed levels. His grappling looks good. He was able to defend against Tatsuro. He almost submitted him, but Tyra, he's a really good grappler. I don't think Van was going to get that. And he showed he has good cardio, too. Like, he has 5-round cardio. He'd never gone 5 rounds before. And he proved that he can go 5 rounds. And he's only getting better, too. Only 24 years old. One of my favorite fighters in the roster right now. As soon as he walked up the Chief Keef, I'm like, yeah, he's got this. He's gonna piece this dude up. But yeah, it was a really good fight. Great scrap from both guys. Absolutely crazy flyweight fight. Josh Van's has been in, it's been 2 fights in a row. He's been in crazy fights. The Royval fight, the Pantoja fight was kind of nothing, but this fight was absolutely insane. Best fight in the card, 100%. Great job from Van. And I'm so hyped to see him fight some more contenders in the future. Waldo versus Volkov was kind of a nothing burger fight, I can't even lie. It was, like, nothing really happened. I actually predicted a lot of these fights really good on my breakdown of the card. I said I thought Waldo versus Volkov was going to be just a boring kickboxing fight. That's really what it was. Volkov has good kicks. Like, he's 6'9". He's huge. He's got crazy range. He was just spamming those leg kicks on Waldo. And I think Volkov won. I think he won the first and second round. Third round, Waldo started to get him a little bit. But a bunch of people were saying Waldo won. How did Waldo win by just winging overhands? I don't get it. He was just swinging, and he was there was one point where he was getting really pissed. He was pointing at the ground and screaming at Volkov, like he really wanted Volkov to throw down with him, but he didn't. I thought it was a pretty okay fight. There's not really a lot of breakdown. Like, Volkov, his jab was doing good. His defense is kind of like all right. I mean, it was. There's not a whole lot to break down. Like, Volkov landed his jabs and leg kicks. Waldo looked all right. I think Volkov has to get title shots soon. If I were him, I'd just wait out until like the whole Alex Pereira, Shogun, Tom Aspinall situation is sorted out. Because I feel like Volkov should have beat Gane when they fought the second time, and he beat Waldo Cortez Acosta. The only fight I actually wouldn't mind seeing next is Volkov versus Josh Hokett. That'd be a cool fight. I don't think Josh Hokett should get a title shot beating Derek Lewis. That's really stupid. But yeah, this fight, I mean, it was interesting, I guess. Volkov rocked Waldo with the jab one of those rounds. I think he won. I don't know what's people saying Waldo won. I think Volkov very clearly won the fight. Split decision though, or was it? I can't remember if it was split or unanimous. I think it was split decision. A lot of decisions on this card where people were like, "It's a robbery." It was an alright fight. This fight right here got me mad for a lot of reasons. First of all, it was boring. Second of all, how does Buckley literally look so bad after a year off? He fought Kamaru Usman I think it was last April or last March. I can't remember when it was. And he looked pretty crap the first 4 rounds. Round 5, he was stuffing takedowns and won that round. So he came back. He takes a year off. He was probably withdrawing wrestling nonstop. But that clearly wasn't true with how he looked here. Shows up against Sean Brady. I picked Buckley to win because Sean Brady in his last fight against Michael Morales really couldn't get anything and looked horrible on the feet. Literally got pieced up and just dropped and knocked out. Buckley goes out there, throws a knee, gets taken down. Round 2, his coach is like, "Don't throw any more knees." You'll never guess what Buckley does. He throws it again, and then gets taken down and smudged again. Round 3, his coach is like, "Stop kicking and throwing knees." And Buckley hears that. He goes, "Yeah, I'm gonna do the exact opposite," and starts throwing knees and kicks. Dude, Buckley's got to he's got to go to 2-3 years. He's got to go to Dagestan. I don't know how else to say it, bro. His grappling is so terrible. I really don't. It's not even his grappling's bad. It's just his fight IQ. Like, notice how when Gaethje fought Patty, I know it's kind of off topic, but it relates to this. Like, when Gaethje fought Patty, he wasn't throwing as much leg kicks, so Patty could grab it and then initiate a grappling sequence. On the feet, Gaethje was piecing Patty up. Same here. If Buckley just thrown less kicks and really just focused on just, like, I guess moving more and not being just stuck in place and trying to clip farm and stuff, he would have worked better. Sean Brady smudged him out. I mean, like, it was a really boring fight. Sean Brady just lay on top of him doing nothing. Buckley was just kind of there, just getting smudged. It was really frustrating. So I thought about Buckley at one point was this really huge prospect. Now I don't even know what you can do with him now. Give him like Michael Venom Page or something. I don't know. Sean Brady. I don't give him JDM or someone. Welterweight's a good division though. It's really stacked. It was a really boring fight. Brady has really good grappling. I think Brady actually has the best chance besides Michael Morales to beat Islam. I think on the ground, him and Islam could have interesting scrambles. I think it'd be really interesting. I think Brady, it's possible he could beat Islam, or at least compete with them on the ground. Morales is just like a tank. I think Morales could pose some problems for Islam too. But yeah, boring fight. Buckley's got to work on his wrestling. If he goes like another 2-fight losing streak against grapplers, it's either, like the UFC either has to give him a striker next, or just tell Buckley you got to lock in on your wrestling, or it's over for you. It's over. Bobby Green versus Jeremy Stephens went literally exactly how I expected to do. Bobby Green came out and just pieced up Jeremy Stephens and submitted him, which is kind of insane. Bobby Green's kind of in his second prime right now. It's pretty hilarious. I think he's like a fight away from being in the rankings. I'd say give him one more unranked guy and then put him in the rankings. At one point, he was ranked number like 5 or 6 years ago. He was ranked number 5. I think Islam actually got the title shot like to fight Charles off beating Bobby Green, which is kind of hilarious. But yeah, Jeremy Stephens, man, like him and Bobby Green, they came out. Bobby Green was jabbing him, moving around, had hit a clean double leg on him, and just submitted him. Like Jeremy Stephens, I can't even. I want to be nice, but he looked really shit. I can't even be nice. Jeremy Stephens looked so bad in this fight. He's such a. The only reason he's even remotely popular is because McGregor was like he was the guy. McGregor was like, who's this? Who the fuck is that guy? That's why he's popular. McGregor roasted you years ago. When I hit people, they don't move. All right, like he couldn't even do that to King Bobby Green. Jeremy Stephens, I don't even know what you do with him. Just cut him or give him to some prospect. I really don't care. Bobby Green, I'm actually kind of excited. He said he wanted a bonus, and then Dana, this is hilarious. After the fight, he wanted a bonus. Dana was like, you know what? We're not giving you a bonus. We're gonna give you some custom shorts. It's just like, what the hell? Dana's so cheap. It's so dumb. Like, imagine that fighter's like, I'll give you a bonus. He's like, no, we're gonna give you some custom shorts. How you like that, kid? It's just so it's so petty. It was a cool fight. Like Bobby Green showed up, looked really good. He's been looking really good against these guys lately. Pretty close to fighting the rankings. I'd say give him like one more fight, then maybe give him some ranked jobber or something. It was an interesting fight though. I couldn't watch the early prelims because I was at work and I got out late, but I did watch the prelims. They were actually some really good prelims. Surprisingly, none of them went to the decision. All of them were finishes. Jim Miller versus Jared Gordon. It was I thought it was so like kind of sad, but it was funny. Before the fight, the commentators they're saying that Jared Gordon wants to eventually work up to a rematch against Patty. That's never gonna happen. Jim Miller submitted you. The literal unk, the old ancient grandpa Jim Miller submitted you. Grant Dawson submitting Mateus Rebecki was pretty decent. It was kind of a back and forth fight. Then Mateus and then Rebecki does the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Shoots on him with like less than 5 minutes left in the round, and then it gets submitted. Some terrible. That's like some prime Michael Chandler fight IQ. Yarmoslavov, I just butchered his name. I'm gonna call him I can't pronounce this. Yaroslav Amros. I'm done. Yaroslav versus Joel Alvarez. This is actually a pretty crazy fight, dude. Yaroslav picked up Yoel and slammed him so hard on the octagon. It was like a boom. It was crazy, dude. His grappling, bro. I actually don't mind if they give this guy someone in the top 10. He looks really good against Yoel Alvarez. Like I can't remember what the submission was. I think it was a face crank or something, but it was dude. The Yaroslav is really good. Like if they give it, I wouldn't be surprised they give him Buckley. I feel so bad for Buckley. They could just be like, like Buckley's like, give me a striker. The UFC's like, all right, here's Yaroslav, and then he just imagine Buckley gets submitted by this dude. That'd be hilarious. Atiba Gautier versus Ozzy Diaz went exactly how everyone expected to go. Gautier knocks him out. Give him a ranked opponent, please. I'm sick of Atiba Gautier fighting these cans. Like, I thought they were going to give him someone ranked, but nope, they give him Ozzy Diaz. After this, please give him someone ranked. He called out Izzy. I think that'd be a really good fight for Atiba next. I think he beats Izzy. Izzy's just so washed, man. It's over for him. Yeah, so overall, my final thoughts on this card, I thought it was really, really good. Like, the main event co-main carried this card hard. I'd give it like an 8, maybe an 8.5 or 8 out of 10. The Volkov fight and the Sean Brady fight kind of killed momentum, but it was a really good card. Strickland beating Hamza was insane. Josh Van beating Tyra was awesome. Like, the fights really entertaining for the most part. Great prelims, really good fights, and this is a really good card. And it's gonna be it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and have a nice day.